Hey guys, remember that activation where I took out my KN4YB bug and decided that I was going to use it with my Xiegu X6100 and it wouldn't let me? Well, that's because the key was wired so that the ring was grounded and the radio didn't like it. So check out this snippet from the video. Probably take that off of there for just a minute. Oh, that's bad news bears right there. Okay, so let's reveal what I'm doing first. The bug. Now, I didn't try this out before I left home. That's not good. It's got a short in it. Well, I mean, you can't go out and not expect to run into problems. So I'm going to disassemble the key. Start by taking that off. That's a stop. And you're going to take this screw out. This is the ground. And that crimp has the ground wire crimped to the ring wire. It's crimped on the inside. It's smushed it. And so I'm going to desolder this. And I'm doing this all one-handed, so that's kind of tricky. And I pop that guy off of there. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to spread that crimp and pull that out. It's not soldered together. It's just got the ground wires poking into it right there. So I'm going to slide this off and expose the damaged area. There's a little red wire that has just a little bit of the insulation smushed off and the wire came out and grounded. So I'm going to separate that from the ground and then re-crimp it. And then I'm going to put some heat shrink with some Q-dope in it to keep it from making any further contact. So I'll gingerly put some Q-dope down in there. And then we're going to pan over. We're going to use the heat shrink gun to smush that down. Hopefully this heat shrink will keep it from going haywire on me again at any point in time I'm on the Xiegu. My other radios just didn't care about that being connected like that because I've used it on the IC7300 quite a bit. So we're going to solder it back together now. We're going to put the screw back in place. And be sure not to crimp that white wire underneath or you're going to have the same problem again. In fact, here's your warning. Don't pinch the white wire. I show myself tightening it, but off camera, I had to use two hands. I moved that white wire out from under that screw head so that we didn't pinch it. It's so thin that it'll just pinch right in there and ground it again. And that is exactly what you don't want to happen. And that's what happened. So let's test it. Now that we have the key back together, I have a dummy load connected to my radio. That's a really burnt 1/4 watt resistor. I just fried it using the SWR scan on this. I forgot that it doesn't use the power setting that you have up here. It uses its own. I think I was pumping 3 watts through a 1/4 watt resistor. Set that thing aflame. Whoops, but it still shows a 1-to-1. Still shows a 1-to-1 SWR, so I guess I'll be fine. The problem with my key, the bug, is underneath the way that he had it assembled. He had the wire, the red wire that's the ring. It was smushed into the ground, so it was making contact, and that's just the way the radio works. Is tip and ring can be used for your straight key. It's very strange that it works that way. That's why when I pulled this out halfway on the activation the other day, it was still working. So it's very strange. And I'm going to push this back in. And now I can use the bug. Whoops. I'm still not very good at it. I guess the way G0NVT made it is when you plug this in, and then you plug this in, I think he only has a mono plug in there, because this key works just fine with this radio. So I guess it's fixed now.